the Bulldozer Matt Tremont, the 8-time Deathmatch Tournament winner, the former 2-time world champion, the owner of H2O Wrestling. And if there is one podcast to listen to, that is the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. Let's get ultraviolet, motherfuckers.
And good evening once again, fans. You're listening to the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. They're more than welcome to come on too anytime they want to come on.
Oh man, the girls pop good like.
Alright. It's a budget thing. Let's see what he's up to.
Thank you, man, and thank you for giving me the time.
Tune in right now. And good evening, everyone. You're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. At this time, my guest, Pepper Bottom. How the heck are you, man? What's going on in the world of wrestling with you?
How you doing? It's your pleasure for having me. I'm busier than ever. Every weekend I'm hitting the road. Couldn't be happier.
Right. Yeah, you know what? That guy was a dickhead before who had me all confused with my scheduling. So, you know.
Oh, it's all good.
I'll yell at him later. Oh, I know. It's all good. So he'll be on at 9 o'clock. So I'll have to hear what he's got to say. But anyway, man, I've heard about you already through a couple of my guests. I guess Bryce Cannon.
Okay, yeah, he ain't too happy. I heard you were calling him Bruce all night.
Oh, really?
That's what he's. I don't know.
Who knows, man?
You ain't got a problem with me, but I don't. He's a little heated. That is my fellow tag team partner.
Yeah, I know, and he did get jumped by one Luke Gallows. So
that had many different factors. Let's not get into that.
All right. That was a nightmare night. I know.
I don't want to talk.
I know. Besides that, what else is going on with you?
Just been wrestling every weekend. This weekend I'm gonna be at KLT Promotions in Rome, Georgia, and me and Bryce Cannon are gonna be teaming up against the worst team in professional wrestling, Reality Check, Zero and Rude Boy. I've beaten them a number of times, and yet they still keep coming back. Every show we go, they show up. They try to steal our spotlight, and it ain't going to happen. And me and Bryce Cannon are going to kick their ass and make them whine like the little bitches they are, and they're going to run back into their hole. And that's all I have to say about that.
They sound like a team that's not really known in the business.
No, I don't know who the hell knows them.
Right,
They've been a thorn in our side since I don't fucking know. For months now, almost a year, and I'm about ready to rip their damn heads off.
Just take a couple chairs to their heads; they'll be all right. They'll have a wake-up call.
That sounds like a good idea. I'll have to hit up Bryce about that.
Besides that, man, what else is brewing in your world of wrestling? Besides that, any other kind of other shows you're going to be going to? Wrestling, taking on other opponents.
So I'm wrestling at KLT, of course, this Saturday, and then also December 19th, and then I got KLT on January 2nd, the 16th, and the 30th, I believe. You can catch me at AWF in Lucedale, Mississippi, December 12th.
You are booked.
You
are booked. That's a good schedule, man. I would, you know what? As a fan of wrestling, I wish I could be to every single show, every single time. You know what I mean? It's like a cancer to me. You know what I mean? I have to be to a show. You know, if I'm not there, I'm promoting it. You know, I'm watching it at IWTV. I'm watching it here. I'm watching it Fight TV. I'm watching it. You know, I'm getting word out. You know, by my friends. Tune in. Like, what are we watching tonight? We should be watching AEW Dark, but we can watch that later.
Or Tuesday,
Tuesday.
Yeah, man. I'm every weekend until fucking forever. My home base, All Pro Championship Wrestling by Robert Gibson. We're picking back up January 9th, so that should be a hell of a crowd. And then I got the hottest wrestling show in Savannah, Coastal Empire Wrestling, January 15th. Those were the guys who did the Talking Chop Mania pre-show. And then the Coastal Wrestling Federation in Milton, Florida, January 23rd. So it's crazy as hell, and the matches just keep coming. I'm a hot item.
Let me ask you this: when are you going to get your way to the East Coast? There's
the East
a lot of good my gosh, we got a promotion. It's called Titan Championship Wrestling, man. It's one of the I've been putting people's names in the hat for that promotion. It's a local fun indie promotion. We have in it wrestlers come from the Monster Factory to, out of state, and you name it. You come all across the world.
I might have to wear a hazmat suit on my way to the ring, but shit, if y'all pay me enough, I'll go just about anywhere.
There you go. You heard it, guys. At Titan, Billy, if you're listening, doing good things, man. They just have and they also have a women's division as well. They call it Goddesses of War, and they feature the women. It's two shows, so it's pretty good things are happening right now.
Yeah.
We just had our Mount Olympus Battle Royal Rumble a couple weeks back, and we just crowned a new champion. And keep this in your ears. The champion has challenged all comers from any promotion.
All comers.
Yes, sir.
So is that like that.
Yeah, and it's the hardest guy in the business today. I don't know if you're familiar with a guy named Steve Monster Mack from the Heavy Hitters of the Hit Squad.
His partner was in the business.
Dan Moff from Ring of Honor. Yes.
Okay. I think William Blackwell might be the hardest guy in the business, but that might be for different reasons. I'm not sure.
Well, let's just say Dan Moff's been in the business Monster Mac and him have been in the business since day one. They are like the legends of local wrestling around the East Coast, put it that way.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been out there yet, but I'm more than willing to go everywhere.
Not there. Even I could put your name in a hat and go to H2O, the Hardcore Hustle Organization. They're always looking for guys to step foot in the door. They always do a show every Monday for train. They get new guys to scout talent. Shout out to the Bulldozer Matt Tremont for that, because he's retired and he's the one that puts the hustle in all these kids in the future wrestling as well.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Guys, shoot me a DM, and like I said, I might have to get a COVID test before, during, and after, but if y'all pay me, why not?
Right. So let me ask you this, Pepper. Who trained you?
I'm trained by Robert Gibson. I've been training down at his school in Douglasville for about a year and a half now.
Nice.
Yep. He's taught me everything I know. Couldn't be more thankful for him. He's he knows everything.
Right.
Even
That's
when
good,
you know something, he's there to tell you, nope, you're wrong. This is how you do it.
You gotta, you get trained by the best, and you know what? Turn out at the end, you're doing your job. And, you have your mishaps, you have your bumps, you pay your dues. Everybody does.
Oh yeah,
everybody does.
Still doing it.
What was your first experience as a kid growing up watching wrestling and getting yourself into it, hooked into wrestling?
I think wrestling grabbed my attention probably when I was about like 7 or 8. I watched the one of the OG TLC matches with the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, all that good stuff, and that kind of got my attention, and I've been hooked ever since. I grew up in like the CM Punk Cena era, so kind of the newer era when I was a kid, and then once I got the network, I really got into the old school Smoky Mountain, NWA, all that AWA, all that good stuff.
WCW, and
and then I really got into guys like the old school Jericho, Shawn Michaels, love Shawn Michaels, Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express, of course, Ric Flair.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the old school guys. I loved wrestling, and then the old school kind of made me love it even more.
Mm-hmm. What was the first event you attended?
First event I attended. Gosh, had to be.
That's like,
I think.
yeah.
Yeah. I think it was like 10 or 11. I went to a TNA house show in the Tabernacle down in Atlanta, and I got to meet AJ Styles, the Pope, all those guys. I was so young, so much has happened.
Yeah, that's like me going to a TNA house show. You don't know who these guys are, and you see them, and you're all excited, And then you realize like these guys are going to be the future wrestling, which they were.
I know. I mean, AJ Styles was already hot then, but next thing you know, he's freaking WWE champion, however many times.
How I like to say about AJ Styles is also like, I got to see him in his early days also wrestling for a company in my home next town over. It was called Phoenix Championship Wrestling, which launched, the careers of like Samoa Joe, AJ, Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian and all the other guys as well.
Okay.
I'm like this. So it's like a real like independent circuit, for them to get like shown, regular wrestling, before they were on TV and, making their big names.
Yeah, and I actually grew up about 10 minutes from Gainesville, Georgia, where AJ Styles is from. So I've actually bumped into him a couple times when I was growing up.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It's like me growing up in Balls Mahoney, like ECW era came around. He's a local from my area,
I gotcha.
And Candido, of course. And Bam Bam. And Bam Bam, And the bad boy, of course. The bad boy of wrestling, Joey Janela.
The bad boy.
The bad boy. That guy.
All I know is White Claw is Bryce Cannon's drink. I don't know where Joey Janela. I think it's gimmick infringement, if you ask me. Bryce Cannon has been a White Claw man since day one.
But you know what? Joey's been drinking Truly, so he's switched that gimmick up,
Oh, I have not kept up with it. I did not know he switched.
Yeah.
Well, there goes his career.
Whatever. He don't care.
You don't drink Trulies.
Yeah, right. That's going to be one of his logo shirts next, right?
Oh, God.
Heck no. We don't need that.
No.
Or he should just have his puppy that he's been bragging about lately. His little dog that he bought.
I haven't even been keeping up with it. I have no idea what's going on in AEW right now.
Yeah. Instagram tells you a lot of things these days,
Oh, I got
don't even have to look on it. He goes live every week. It's like, come on, really?
I've been so busy being a global superstar myself. I haven't really had time to keep up with all these sheep.
Yeah, even Snoop Dogg had the Undertaker on as well. Like really, come on.
I did see that. I have no idea what that's about.
I didn't know what that was about. Trying to sell T-shirts. That's what they were trying to get to sell some money and drugs.
When I think of the Undertaker, the first thing I think of Snoop Dogg and weed, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, legal in millions of states and countries. Yes, but I don't miss that stuff. But whatever. Those days are done. But man, so worst experience heckling a fan in a crowd.
Heckling a fan?
Heckling a fan or an old person or just somebody that was obnoxious that really boiled your skin, got under your.
Well, before I started actually officially wrestling, I was Zach Mosley's manager for about a year, and we used to wrestle in this place in Alabama, Atmore, Alabama. And there was this old shithead, must have been at least 100, and he carried around this dumbass walking stick the whole night. And the whole time he was just trying to sweep my ankles and hit my legs and everything. And I was about to punch him in the nose and grab that cane and break it in half, but luckily security came in, so he got off easy. But that was probably the only time a fan's really tried to attack me in any way, because they know better. But most of the time I get a lot of old women yelling at me, a lot of ugly women, I yell at them back. They're just a bunch of hussies. But that's really it. I just yell at people.
I tell you what, man, it's it's a part of the act. You get it, and then you're like, oh, all right, here's this fan. I'm really gonna get into it with this. It's part of the game.
It's not really an act. These people really piss me
I
off,
know,
especially wrestling South Alabama, Rome, Georgia for one. KLT probably has the grossest fans I've ever seen in my life. I walked past this old lady. She must have been at least 800 pounds. Before I walked out of the curtain, I thought I smelled tuna fish. These people just piss me off to no extent. It ain't an act by any means.
Know.
I genuinely hate everybody that comes to these shows. And they all hate me. They don't know good talent when they see one. Look, I'm not a great guy. Hell, I'm not even a nice guy, but I'm the guy. And besides for maybe Zach Mosley and Bryce Cannon, I'm the best damn thing going in professional wrestling today. And if there is anybody out there, I don't care if you're in China, Japan, America, fucking anywhere, take your best damn shot.
Right. That's it. Because you know why? Because you're the generation of the youth, and the youth, like you say, you guys are all domination. You're dominating the scene right now, which is awesome, and I'm glad. Everybody needs to see you guys more and more and more. And the attitudes, the air. It's like we have to have these errors and attitudes. This is not gimmick, folks. So this podcast is one up. We're not even scripted. We're just going by whatever we say. Which is cool. I hate some podcasts. They'll actually look at the list of questions just to throw. I just like to be random, and just shoot the shit.
Yeah, the Exotic Youth is probably the hottest faction going in professional wrestling today. If I do say so myself.
Yeah, and once Bryce is healed up from his little mishap, he'll be okay, and he'll be ready to roll, and everything's gonna be. You guys are gonna be on fire for the. Paybacks are coming. I know that. I told him.
Gallows kicks like a bitch. Bryce Cannon wasn't even phased. He kicks like a bitch. Bryce Cannon he's fine. Wasn't even phased by it. He's been wrestling ever since then. Like I said, we're wrestling this Saturday. We're gonna put Reality Check in their place in KLT.
Like I said, it could. Like I said, use a steel chair, maybe.
Yeah,
might have to wait. A little.
Gallows is old news. No one even remembers that.
I know. Who is he? Right? I don't even remember. He's like an old wrestler that like the wrestler, Mickey Rourke, just washed up.
Yep.
But even though I always tell everybody on my podcast, yes, I was a part of that movie for 5 seconds of fame. In the audience, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
At the Ring of Honor, or one of the indie shows they did.
One of the indie shows they did.
Oh, okay. God, when did that movie come out?
That was like in 2009. No, like 2009. I want to say.
Oh, damn.
Almost. I know, right?
Okay, I was just a young boy.
I think you were.
I do remember that movie though. And for some reason, I watched that movie and thought, I want to do that.
Right. Now they're making other movies. Now I'm hearing like monster movies and other, wrestler related movies. It's like cool.
I know there's some show on Stars supposed to be coming out, Heels or something.
Yeah, they had that. They had what is it? The hell was it? There's I don't know if you ever heard of Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies.
I have not.
All right. There's a local wrestler from actually Pennsylvania that I know who was actually a wrestler, and he was in that with Roddy Piper and Shane Douglas.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll have to check it out. I do like the wrestler though, and I think my favorite wrestling incorporated movie was the Scooby-Doo WWE crossover. I'd have to say, of course, that pulled out the heartstrings a little bit.
You cannot forget about Ready to Rumble as well.
Oh yes, Ready to Rumble. See, all the good ones came out before I was even born, pretty much. Yeah,
and then that guy David tries to make a name for himself out in the public. You see that? Come on, really wrestling people and getting bashed over the head with by light tubes and causing scenes. And by my guy, Nick.
Have not taken any light tubes yet.
Stay away from the lights. Yes. The spooky gas. Yes.
Duly noted.
Mm-hmm.
I might hit with one. They're going to hit me. They got another thing coming.
Yeah. Yeah. Just take a baseball bat or just the old chair to the back. That's okay. You know, nowadays, I think, what do they use? Doors for tables? it's like the elevation has risen, you know?
Hell if I know. These indie promotions are so under budgeted. They making you wrestle on freaking concrete with a tarp over it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. On a pavement. On a
Luckily,
pavement
the
outdoor.
Exotic Youth is only on top tier promotions. Zach Mosley's actually the KLT heavyweight champion. Taking over that. Like I said, the Coastal Wrestling Federation in Florida, besides the ugly ass fans, and I'm not a big fan of Florida in general, the people there, but you know, it's a great promotion.
Yeah,
good talent.
They do. I've been getting calls from, I've been scheduling podcasts with some of the talent lately. They've been asking me.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, okay, give me what you got.
Okay.
You know, but I got you because you know what? I had to have you because you were very important, you know. And David mentioned that. I was like, yes, he is. Well, David said, welcome. I know, top priority people first before, you know, the bosses of Boot and Heel. The boss of Boot and Heel, you know.
Yes, sir. You're welcome. I took the time out of my very busy schedule to talk to you. I'm actually at, I'm not at my home right now. I'm at one of my extracurriculars, but we don't have to get into that because if one finds out, then the other one's going to get mad. So we'll
exactly.
Keep that as it is.
Exactly. I know I'm on my Christmas vacation right now. So for a couple, till the 7th. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just enjoying at home, doing nothing and doing this, catching up on podcasts and getting, you know,
hell yeah,
getting everybody out, you know.
I wish, brother. There's no off season of wrestling though. Every weekend making a different town. I couldn't be happier. It's all I've ever wanted to do, and I'm doing it. So no complaints.
No, and I'm kind of pissed off because you know what, that guy David was saying he's going to be coming to my area December 5th for a show. I'm like, really? And I'm going to be watching it on TV instead.
Oh,
but
damn.
Whatever. I know. Could have met up with him, but next time we're going to grab some coffee before. I think he said, "Let's grab coffee." I was like, you know what? All right. Kind of catch up with him. You know.
Yeah. He ain't really caused any problems with me yet, but.
He's
better not get on my bad side.
He's a good scouter. He's a good scouter. He knows people. He knows what he's doing. Okay. You know, I like this call him the scouter, right? Because he's scouting every talent he wants to make known and get people out there to be known and heard. Like, you know, voices heard on podcasts. And man, this one's got a lot of views. And you know what? Have we checked the comments? Have we checked comments? No, we haven't.
We have not. We have comments.
Yes.
Can't
and
wait
guess
to hear
what?
These.
Can I go ahead and start looking at these? Let's see.
Go for it.
You know what?
I'll talk to anybody that's worth it.
Well, guess what? We got the you guys got the man himself, Zach Mosley, on there talking.
Hell yeah.
Hey, what's up? Shout out to him. We got another guy named Bryce Cannon. We got another guy called Bryce
Cannon.
I know. I got to think of Bryce because Bryce. You know, there's another Bryce in the business too. I know.
That's strike one.
I know. It's strike one. Batter up. There's a Huey Hogan.
Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar.
All right.
He's a big supporter of the Pepper Bottom.
There's nobody else wants to talk to us. Ask questions, people. They don't want to ask questions. They just want to say hello, and that's it. I guess. Whatever.
I'm a hot item. Everybody just stops by, says hi.
Yeah. Shakes their hand, slap them, you know. It's all good. But you know what? Time's running out because there's somebody else coming on. This time is running out. I think we covered what we had. Well, no, we haven't. We still got like a few minutes to. Let me ask you this.
Alrighty.
If you had to pick an opponent from the past, legend or future, who's still living, Who would you face?
Who is still living?
Or dead? You know, if they were dead or they're alive.
Probably Shawn Michaels. Just because, you know, he's very controversial and everything. I know with the boys in the business, but he's been my favorite since I was growing up. He's the one who made me want to do this, made me want to do it for the rest of my life and for a living. So, you know, I model a couple things after him in the ring. So I'd really like to get in the ring with him. Not now, he's an old bastard, but you know.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was like 96 or something, you know. I think we'd go in there and it'd be a pretty competitive contest. I don't know. I'd still think I'd get the upper hand, but you never know. He was pretty good.
You know, you ever notice that a lot of people, a lot of guests, like wrestlers, say Shawn Michaels? They always do that on podcasts. They always idolize. But
he's one of the best.
Yep.
Great worker. Might not have been the best person back in the day, but you know.
Yeah.
Hell of a talent.
Hell of a talent. You know, and he had D-Generation X. You know, that really did.
Of course.
Suck it. You know this.
Of course.
And, you know, the alcoholic Scott Hall. You know, of course.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Nash, all the click.
Yeah.
The OG two sweets, I guess.
Every time I saw Kevin Nash or Scott Hall, he was drunk. You know, looked like shit.
He's better now, ain't he?
I don't know. Who knows?
I think he did a DP yoga. Got put on the right path.
He looks good.
So more power to him.
So anyway, Pepper Bottom, I think that's it. Let's call it a night. So you get back to your business over there with your other peoples. And that's a night.
You're welcome for having me.
We'll do this again after the holidays. We'll do this after the holidays.
Hell yeah.
We'll do it. You know, maybe we'll get Zach involved or something. We'll get everybody get a 3-way going or something. Who knows? That'd be kind of like you know.
We're hot him.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So anyway, where can fans find you? On your social media? I think I got it right here. Bam, people. Right Facebook, down there.
Just Cornelius Pepper Bottom. Instagram, Pepper Bottom Official. And buy my shit. Go on my Teesprings. I got t-shirts. I got baby onesies. I got dog shirts. I got mugs, posters, pillows, leggings. All you honeys out there have my face on your ass. Who wouldn't want that? I got everything. Everything you can think of.
Even on Boot and Heel too as well. You know, come on, everybody. Buy
all of our shit.
I know. Support us. Support people.
I'm a starving artist.
You want to leave us with? Would you like to leave us with any final words? For this coming week, for the show on Saturday or wherever.
Saturday, Bryce Cannon and Cornelius Pepperbottom, 2 members of the Exotic Youth versus Reality Check. We're nothing but a couple of washed-up has-beens who need to get the hell out of the business, and me and Bryce Cannon are coming to break your fucking neck. And that's all I have to say about that.
I want to say thank you for coming on and have a good night, my friend.
Appreciate it.
Yep, that's it. That's a roll. Good night, everyone. All right, fans, you heard it from him. You heard it from the Pepper Bottom himself. You know, him and his partners, Zach Mosley and Bryce Cannon are ready for action this week. This Saturday night against these guys. You know what? It's ready. They're ready to go to war. And you know what? You never know. Them White Claws, steel chairs might be in hand. You don't know. And you know what, fans? That's it. You know, support him. Get on his social media, check him out. And I want to say thank you once again for listening to the Deathmatch Russell podcast. Stay tuned because I'll be on another podcast just in a little bit, fans. Stay tuned to the Deathmatch Russell podcast as I will have the president of Boot and Heel, David Rinaldo on and we're going to be talking to him and talking about wrestling and much, much more. Fans, support Podcast City Network, support Boot and Heel, buy some merchandise from the Deathmatch Wrestle podcast. Go subscribe. I mean, hit the like, click on the link and buy some merch, and check out all the wrestlers on there as well. Buy from them as well. Buy from all the best. Wrestling for Christmas gifts. What a way to celebrate the holidays. Get yourself a loved one. Get yourself, your kids, a wrestling t-shirt today, and stock up for a stocking stuffer. You know, because of COVID, you can't get to a show. For your favorite wrestlers, you know, support them anyway by buying a piece of it, buying some merchandise. All right, fans, that's a wrap. I'll see you later. Good night. Tune in.
You can find more Deathmatch Russell podcasts on the following social media: DeathmatchRussell.com, follow on Twitter at DavidNJ32, and on Facebook, Facebook.com/DJDaveNJ32. Instagram at DavidNJ36. Hey, wrestling fans, I want to mention Collar and Elbow. Collar and Elbow was founded on traditional values of professional wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product intended to connect with people on an emotional level. A symbiotic relationship where one cannot flourish without the other. We strive to create a product that embodies our passion for professional wrestling expressed through street fashion. Visit collarandelbowbrand.com and use the promo code Deathmatch Russell Podcast and save 10% off when you make a purchase. Collar and Elbow, where wrestling passion meets street fashion. Me on Podcast City Network at podcastcity.net, facebook.com/Podcast City Network. Hit the like button and share. And on Twitter at Podcast City Net. You can hear Deathmatch Russell Podcast on Stitcher Radio and on iTunes.